Imagine walking into your hotel room after a long day of travel, only to find it's gone. No, you didn't imagine it. No, you're not sleep deprived. The room has vanished. It's not on the map, it's not on the floor plans, and the staff has no record of it ever existing. Sounds impossible, right? Well, some travelers claim that this exact thing has happened to them. But what if I told you this isn't a freak occurrence? The vanishing hotel room is more than just a strange coincidence. It's an unsettling mystery that's puzzled travelers for years. Hotel rooms disappearing without a trace. Could this be linked to time travel, alternate dimensions, or something far stranger? Let's dig into it and see what's really going on with these missing rooms. Let's take a step back and look at the deeper history of some of these mysterious places. For instance, the Hotel Cecil, now Stay on Main, in Los Angeles. Not just infamous for its eerie disappearances, but for its entire history of unsettling events. It was built in the 1920s during a time of rapid expansion in LA, aiming to be a luxurious hotel for businessmen. But soon, its dark past began to emerge. From people wishing to harm themselves to strange deaths, to even serial killers staying in its rooms, this place seemed cursed from the start. Could these tragic events somehow create a lingering energy that distorts time and space? Imagine checking in and stepping into a room that may not just be haunted by ghosts, but by the echo of the dark past. Could the paranormal activity here be tied to the hotel's troubled history? Could something as sinister as the hotel's past be influencing these vanishing rooms? Could the hotel's troubled history be why its rooms are stuck in time? You might think a missing room is a mistake, but the problem goes deeper than that. This phenomenon is reported in some of the most famous hotels around the world. Room numbers that shouldn't exist, disappearing spaces in buildings that are supposed to be perfectly mapped out. Could it all be connected? First, let's visit one of the most infamous examples, the Hotel Cecil in Los Angeles, now rebranded as Stay on Main. You've probably heard of the tragic case of Elisa Lam, but what about the hotel's room 611? This room has a dark history. Guests report that after checking in, they went out for a while, and when they returned, the room had vanished. Staff denied it ever existed. Some speculated that it's tied to strange paranormal forces lurking within the hotel's walls. Could it be a simple clerical error, or is there something far more sinister at play? Imagine returning to your room only to find it no longer exists. But the real mystery: the room number on your keycard never even existed in the first place. If you're enjoying this mind-bending exploration, don't forget to hit the like button. And hey, if you think you've got the solution to this mystery, share this video with your friends and get their opinions too. Now let's jet off to London for another perplexing case at the Russell Hotel. Legend has it that guests who check in and are given room 13 often find something odd. When they arrive at their designated room, they can't find it. It's gone. Wait, how does that happen? You're sure you've been assigned that room, but when you ask the front desk, they'll look at you like you're the crazy one. There's no such room, they say. And here's the kicker: the hallway you walk down to reach it. It doesn't seem to be there anymore either. Poof, disappeared. Now that's got to make you wonder, could these rooms really just vanish? Or is there something deeper, something weirder going on? Could it be that this particular room 13 is cursed? How about this theory: time travel? Yes, you heard me right. What if these disappearing rooms aren't just vanishing, they're shifting in time? Some travelers have claimed that upon entering their room, it suddenly looks like it's from a different era. Antique furniture, vintage wallpaper, objects from decades or centuries ago. Could they have stepped into a parallel timeline? There are strange stories where guests leave their rooms only to return and find themselves in a room that shouldn't be there at all. One with a completely different layout. A glimpse of another time, another world, and suddenly they're stuck in a hotel that exists in a different time altogether. Imagine being caught in a place that doesn't follow the rules of normal time. Frightening, isn't it? Is it a case of memory lapses, or a ripple in the space-time continuum? What do you think? Could a simple hotel room really be a gateway to a different time? Let's take a closer look at the theories, because when things don't add up, it's time to get our detective hats on. Could the disappearing rooms be tied to ghosts? Sure, ghosts can mess with physical space, and some believe that haunted locations can cause disturbances that blur the lines between reality and the supernatural. But what if there's more to it? What if these rooms aren't disappearing into some eerie void, but into a parallel dimension? Now we're getting into the world of quantum physics. Some scientists suggest that disturbances in spacetime, like those caused by magnetic anomalies, tectonic shifts, or even just bad feng shui, could cause objects and even entire rooms to shift in and out of existence. Is it a time slip, or just reality's version of a bug in the system? Could these disappearing rooms be more than just paranormal activity? Maybe we're looking at a real-life glitch in the Matrix. Let's revisit that fascinating theory of time travel, because what could be more mind-bending than entering a room today only to find yourself in yesterday? Imagine entering a hotel room and feeling an eerie sense of déjà vu. As you sit down on the bed, you notice something strange. The furniture is from the 1950s. The wallpaper, definitely not modern. You start to question everything. Did I just step into another era? Some believe this could be happening in hotels, especially ones built in locations with magnetic anomalies or powerful energy fields. Certain parts of the world seem more susceptible to disturbances in time. Could these places cause a shift in the space-time continuum? And here's the kicker. Time travel in hotels might not just be accidental. Maybe it's an effect of the hotel's location, or the energy that the building itself holds. Could the ghostly presences we hear about be visitors from the past? Could it be that the room you're in today was once someone else's yesterday? Alright, let's take a quick pause here. What do you think? Could these strange disappearances be caused by time travel, ghosts, or something else entirely? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm dying to hear your theories. Let's set sail to the Queen Mary, the legendary ocean liner turned hotel in Long Beach, California. It's known for its spooky, ghostly happenings, and Room 3 has earned its reputation as a place of constant mystery. Guests have reported entering this room, but something strange happens. You get the feeling that something isn't quite right. You leave the room to explore, and when you return, it's as if the layout has completely changed. The doors and hallways shift. Your room is no longer there, and when you ask staff about it, they claim there's no such room. Maybe you imagined it, they suggest. Could this room be trapped in some kind of dimensional loop? Or is the Queen Mary herself a giant haunted time machine? It's one thing to read about these incidents, but let's hear from those who experienced the strange side of hotels firsthand. Guests who checked into the Queen Mary, for example, report walking into a room, only to later realize that it didn't look anything like it did when they first arrived. One guest claimed they left their room, only to find upon returning that the hallway looked wrong. The door was different. The numbers on the door changed. And the worst part? The hotel staff had no clue what they were talking about. I mean, come on. You would think that if a hotel room disappears, someone would notice, right? Well, here's the kicker. Some guests say they felt a strange presence following them, an almost ghostly feeling as they walked down the corridors. Now, whether it was the hotel's supernatural energy or just a bad case of jet lag, they'll never know. Could these guests be experiencing more than just a bad night's sleep? Now let's hop over to Paris, where another eerie tale takes place at one of the city's most famous hotels, the Ritz Paris, a hotel with a history as glamorous as it is mysterious. From the likes of Coco Chanel to Ernest Hemingway, this luxury hotel has hosted some of the world's most renowned figures. But here's where it gets strange. There's a story told by several guests who checked in, only to find that their rooms weren't quite as they remembered. After leaving their room for a short time, they returned to find, well, the room doesn't exist anymore. Imagine entering a grand hotel like the Ritz, walking down its majestic halls, and stepping into your beautiful room. Everything seems normal until you leave for a quick stroll, and when you return, the hallway looks different. The room number you had? Gone. The layout? Changed. It's almost as if it never existed. Staff members, baffled, insist there was no room ever assigned to you, yet you swear you were there. Is it a simple case of mistaken identity? Or is there something stranger at play, like a room slipping between dimensions or a forgotten space haunted by the hotel's own storied past? Could it be that in a hotel as old and historic as the Ritz, some rooms are just meant to remain invisible? So, what's behind all of this? Time slips, ghosts, or perhaps the hotel itself is part of some strange cosmic riddle? Some argue that hotels are perfect portals for these anomalies. With all their histories, they might be gateways for oddities and unexplained phenomena. Could these rooms be shifting in and out of parallel worlds? Or are these strange, ghostly disturbances tricking our perception of space and time? Maybe hotels, with their transient nature, are like portals between worlds, just waiting for the right conditions to open. If you're enjoying this mind-bending exploration, give this video a thumbs up. Do you think these disappearances could be more than just ghost stories? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Now here's a fun what if for you. What if these vanishing rooms weren't just confined to hotels? What if entire cities could disappear just like that? Imagine a bustling metropolis that one day simply vanishes from the maps, leaving no trace behind except a few confused travelers and some strange, unsolved mysteries. Sounds like the plot of a science fiction movie, right? But what if it's not science fiction? What if there are places around the world where reality itself is fragile, and the line between what's real and what's imagined can blur, creating entire locations that disappear and reappear without warning? Could this be the answer to some of history's most enduring mysteries, cities and places that vanished without a trace? So what do we make of all this? Are these vanishing hotel rooms just an eerie coincidence? Or could they be something far stranger? Maybe time slips, ghosts, or even glitches in reality are to blame. Or maybe, just maybe, there's something deeper at play here, something we don't fully understand yet. Whatever the truth is, one thing's for sure: these hotels are more than just places to sleep. They're mysteries waiting to be solved. If you loved this mystery, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you have your own theories about what could be behind these vanishing hotel rooms, drop them in the comments below. Who knows? Your theory might just be the key to solving this mystery. Speaking of mysteries, if you're into strange tales like this, you won't want to miss my video on the haunted car urban legend. Ever heard of a car that's haunted by something sinister, something beyond the driver's control? Click on the video on screen and let's dive into this terrifying tale together. But beware. What you'll uncover might just make you rethink every car ride you ever take.